Hi there, Matt from Kemp Photography and Training in Sydney, Australia. Today I'm just going to be talking about Maven Filters. This isn't actually a filter, it's just a lens cap, but this is a magnetic system. You screw a ring on the front, boom, there you go, you've got your cap fitted. If you've got lens hoods on there and you don't like this idea of dipping your finger in there, they've got another solution to it as well. So there we go, comes in these funky colours. Alright, I'm going to move through these pretty quickly. We know most of us have had over our time UV filters. You think boring? Yep, they are. They don't do much. But what they do is these guys make a hydrophobic version so that when water hits this, it just beads off. In fact, if you get any water on there, you can blow it off like dust. So super cool, protects your lens when you need it. Polarizing filters. This is a circular polarizing filter. All of these come as part of a kit, and so you'll get a circular polarizing filter, your splash guard, and then your neutral density filters. Anytime you see blue, think blue sky or blue water where you might be chopping out a reflection, the circular polarizer can be used on SLR, DSLR, mirrorless cameras, anything really. Snaps straight on and just give it a turn and you get the effect that you want. Density filters, super thin. All of these have no color cast to them. They're robust. This thin profile means that you won't get the vignetting, which means you can actually stack filters on so you can get a polarizing effect with your neutral density. Very clever with these colors. Blue for polarizer, think blue sky. Red, think the video button on the back of your camera. That's you button that on, and you would use this to achieve slower shutter speeds in brighter conditions so that you can still get shallow depths of field, that nice cinematic effect in your videos. RED, 3 letters. So we've got a red with 3 stops. It's even got these 3 notches in here, beautifully textured. Just the attention to detail in the manufacturing of these is awesome. Purple for a dusk sky. Purple's got 6 letters, 6 stops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little notches in there. So anytime you pick this one up, you can see purple and think, oh, dusk. All right, I'll perhaps use a 6-stop ND for capturing long exposures. Orange, think of that as the color of the sun as we perceive it. You would use this one in bright sunlight. It's a 10-stop ND. I've used these before. I'm always upgrading them because I don't like the color cast. Even on the high-end ones, I've found that there's problems. I've got one other brand that I liked using, but I'm lazy. I don't like screwing these things on. This, boom, it's on. Take it off, gone. And when you're done with all of these, just snap them all together. You can order an extra back cap. These actually come with a case to put them in. I prefer just to cart them around like this. That sits in my bag, nice low profile. If I want a polarizer, I just take this out, put it on. There we are, and they're all protected again. So, Maven filters. Where this starts to get really cool, right, is the circular polarizer, which was designed, it's a polarizing screen which has got an additional screen to it, which does a quarter turn of light waves so that when we were shooting on a SLR and a DSLR, we didn't encounter the exposure problems. It's another technical lesson that you don't need to know. Just all you need to know is that's why a circular polarizer was created. These days, if you're shooting mirrorless, which I am, you don't need the circular polarizer, but I keep one around anyway. It comes in this kit. I bought this separately, which is a linear polarizer. Works the same as a circular polarizer. It's actually got better effect. Slightly darker blue, so I can differentiate between the two of these. But where this starts to get cool is I've talked about the neutral density filters. If you combine a circular polarizer with a linear polarizer, you get this effect. If any of you have ever owned a variable neutral density filter, which they can come in varying qualities, you are getting this effect. Give it a turn, and you are, I'm just going to move this out of the way so you can see this as clear as possible. There we are. So it's nice and clear. Give it a turn and you can adjust your density, which is really cool. So if you're just doing run and gun shooting video and you don't want to bring a pile of filters or guess which one is necessary, You can whack this combo on. They're thin profiled so that when you pop them on, you don't get the vignetting. But the really cool thing, if you put a linear polarizer over the top of a circular polarizer, yeah, sure, you get this. But if you switch these over, you now get a warm filter or a cool filter, and that is very cool. I've actually used this with another filter combination, which I'm going to bring up now, and this is what I love about this company. They are doing so many cool things. We've got a graduated neutral density filter here. They call this the magic grad, and I'll show you why it's so magic. This is blue also, so when you think blue, you think polarizer. This part here, it's like a half polarizer. It's got a density of its own, which is really cool. So if I do what I did before and combine a linear polarizer over the top of a circular polarizer, turn this around, look what I've got now. I've got a graduated neutral density filter, a variable graduated neutral density filter. You're looking at this line and thinking it's not really graduated at all. It's a hard stop, there's no real grad to it. But when you fit this onto your lens and you change your aperture, if you open your aperture up, this softens. So you've got control of your density, and you've got control of the fall off as well, whether it's a hard line or a feathered, softer fall off, which is super cool. And as I showed you before, reverse these around and put the circular polarizer over the front. And now we've got, we can warm the sky, cool the sky, turn it upside down, like warm the water, cool the water, whatever the creative options that you've got now just from these lens combinations, these filter combinations, is endless, I think. So as far as a kit, for me, it's the density filters. I like the 3, I like the 6, I like the 10. There's my back cap. I'll carry this bad boy around because it is, oh man, it's awesome. Circular polarizer, as I said, this came in the kit. I added the linear polarizer to it so that I could get this effect. So snapping them all together, boom, there we go. There's my kit, and I'm on my way.